This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. It's Thursday, May 14th. I'm Tori in the studio with Al.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up, girl?
What's up? Not much. Who do we have? We got Stephanie Jones working from home. Oh, I love the turtleneck. Looking great. I think I have that sweater. Do we share that turtleneck?
Morning, Tori.
I think
or
we both
evening.
have. Or evening. All right. How you doing, Steph?
I'm all right, darling. How are you? Are you both okay?
Yeah.
Well, I'm better than okay. I feel really good. I feel jazzed up today.
Do you? I think it's because Jameson made the coffee, and I think I've literally gone into the future. It's so strong.
we make truck stop coffee here.
It's insane. I'm like, let's go. Let's go. All right, we do have to talk about this. I want to get your takes on this. Another pandemic couple bites the dust. And this one, well, I kind of thought I saw coming. Mary-Kate Olsen and her husband of 5 years are now heading for divorce. But the virus is causing some issues with pushing it through. The former Full House star has asked for an emergency order to file for divorce from Olivier Sarkozy. That is her mate. Mary-Kate initially tried filing in April, but New York wasn't accepting any divorce petitions due to the coronavirus. Well, now Olivier wants her out of their apartment. But Mary-Kate says she needs more time because of New York's quarantine guidelines. However, it appears the $500 million fortune she shares with her twin sister Ashley will be protected due to an ironclad prenup.
We want prenup.
We want prenup. Is that a song?
It's Kanye West, yes.
I know. I was saying, you know that song.
Kanye.
Yeah. Steph, tell me what you make of this, because I always felt super weird about this relationship, I'll be honest.
Okay, a lot of people did, and a lot of people were really upset about it. Obviously, there's the 17-year age gap, but I'm a really big believer in that. That doesn't matter. You fall in love with whoever you fall in love with, no matter what the age, sex, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, whoever's your person is your person. They dated for 3 years before they were married. They were married for 5 years. So, you know, it's been a considerable amount of time, almost a decade. But yeah, I just feel like this is the most awful situation ever. And they're not the only people going through a divorce and a hard time right now. I think a lot of Americans and other people across the world are having to live in really uncomfortable situations right now, and probably going through a divorce, stuck in the house with, you know, a husband or a wife that you're no longer in love with or choosing to spend your life with. And I mean, it's difficult, you know? I mean, where's she meant to go? New York is on lockdown.
It's not as difficult if you can have a fight and then go to your helicopter on the roof and leave.
I
think it's really bad when you just have to take some tape and put it down the living room floor. So, yeah, I mean, it's weird, but I'm sorry. I'm with Tori on this one, Steph. It looked like she married her personal oboe teacher.
Okay.
And it's just like, I don't think that
oboist. Okay, let me just say something. He is the brother of the president of France at one point, Nicolas Sarkozy. 17 years, I agree though, I'm trying to be progressive with Steph, but every picture that they took, she was always leaning, like being pushed in and like kind of didn't want to be there, never smiling. So I just hope everyone's okay, but she can buy a new hotel if she needs, you know? She's fine.
She's literally so rich. It's like mind-boggling. Like, she's got millions and millions.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna be all right.
She'll be fine. I guess,
and you know, he's got to have had something about him. She's a very successful businesswoman. She hasn't got to where she is with like no common sense. So there's got to be something about this guy that lured her in. I mean, he's not the best looking guy, is he? But he's got to have got something.
Maybe. It seems like he maybe felt like he had a full house. All right. Some heartbreaking news for Melissa Etheridge. This is so sad. The singer announced yesterday that her son, Beckett Cypher, has died. He was 21 years old. There he is. She posted this. Today, I join the hundreds of thousands of families who have lost loved ones to opioid addiction. My son, Beckett, who was just 21, struggled to overcome his addiction and finally succumbed to it today. Melissa had her son with her partner, Julie Cypher, and originally kept his biological father's identity secret, but it was later revealed to be none other than David Crosby, of course, of Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. This is relatable, Al, right? Yeah. I mean, this is losing a kid when you're young, and also opioid. That is so, I mean, so relatable.
A parent's worst nightmare. I mean, you know, sometimes you get the phone call at 3 o'clock in the morning from the state trooper, and that's obviously a tragedy. But usually when you lose somebody to drug addiction, it's slow, and you see it happening, and you do whatever you can to throw yourself in between that and the eventual end that you see coming. And so it makes it even more heartbreaking heartbreaking, but hopefully you should become a voice for so many people around the world, not just Americans, that are watching and losing loved ones as we speak.
Steph, I also think, David Crosby is a known multiple drug offender and somewhat of an addict. It is hereditary, is what we know. That's not going to be easy for Melissa Etheridge to live with either, no?
No, I mean, no parent should ever have to be faced with the death of their child, or, and especially like Al said, that process, because there will have been a decline, there will have been signs that this was happening, and I can't imagine how difficult that must be, because obviously I'm not a parent, but everyone says that your love that you have for your child is just so overwhelming. You'll do absolutely anything for them. So I just can't imagine how heartbreaking it must be. And like you said, it can be hereditary. It can be a gene, obviously like an addiction. It can pass down through generations. So, I mean, I think it's something that people just need to be really aware of. If you know that that's a part of your family, just, really learn about it and protect yourself.
Very well said. Be extra careful. You're absolutely right. Well, this next one is kind of a tricky story. Ellen, we all know Ellen. I don't even need to say her last name. She is known to be kind to one another. She always says that at the end of her show. But the talk show host is facing accusations of being a mean girl. So this all started back in late March after a Dutch YouTuber famous for her page Nikki Tutorials called out the comedian for being cold and distant during her appearance on Ellen. Ellen also has come under fire from her own crew, who said they were a little bit in the dark about their pay after the show went off the air during the shutdown. There's even now a Twitter thread calling Ellen one of the meanest people alive. According to Us Weekly, Ellen is concerned about the bad press and thought the hate was just coming from a few sour grapes. So I want to open this up to a bigger discussion. What would you do if people thought you were mean? I mean, it's crazy for a lot of people to know that. There's rumors out there that I've heard of firsthand experiences of people who've worked with Ellen. It's not always the most pleasant experience, but I've also heard people who said they love working for Ellen. So what do you do when you're getting this bad reputation and you're the queen of nice, Steph?
Oh gosh, I mean, let's be honest, this is a story or someone's thoughts that she's not going to want to be out to the press, is that, especially like you said, she's known for being the queen of being nice. And obviously I have never met Ellen, I've never worked with her, but I've got friends or I've been in the industry long enough to know people that have, and the stories have been rather interesting, I must say. But obviously that's everyone's first-hand experience, and like you said, some people have loved it. But I can't imagine, it must be really difficult, obviously seeing and reading these things about you, and it'll be everywhere, and this is something that's going to spread like wildfire because of who she is and what her kind of ethos is and how she represents herself to the world. And I think a lot of people are going to be horrified to read this and not believe it, Tori.
Yeah, I agree. Al, do you, I mean, it's your comedian. You got to have, well, I guess you got to have some kind of good persona. What do you think, Al?
Yeah, it's tough because you can't control what people think. People write me all the time and they're just like, oh, you were really mean, or that was mean, or Erica was mad, or Tori seemed upset. And I'm like, I know these people, these are the nicest people ever. But people's perception is not always reality. Now, these people do have first-hand accounts, and if they had a bad experience, people are more apt to write about that than if they had a great one. So, take everything you hear with a grain of salt.
That's exactly right. Well, let us know how you feel. Stephanie, please stick around. Next on DBL, we have the social media app TikTok. And it isn't just for young people, but aging Hollywood actors.
Maybe it should be.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Two, apparently. What Anthony Hopkins, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he is so weird, and Sylvester Stallone all have in common. And as we go to break, this is so beautiful. British healthcare workers sing the Simon and Garfunkel hit Bridge Over Troubled Water. And by the way, Paul Simon loved it. Closed captioning provided. Welcome back to DBL. Legendary actor Anthony Hopkins is getting in on the TikTok trend. The 82-year-old joined the popular app with his first video being a dance to Drake's song Two Slide. Watch this.
I'ma show you how to get it. It go right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up, right foot slide. Basically, I'm saying either way.
All right, at the end of the video, he challenged a few of his famous friends, including Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone, to the 2C slide. Let's take a look at their attempts.
You've got to coordinate for me. Hey, come on, fight, Rocky. Hey, I got muscles too. Yeah, Arnold, I'll be back. Sly, hello.
While it doesn't look like Sly or Arnold have responded to the challenge yet, they are having some fun of their own on TikTok. So Arnold posted a video of him doing some stretches on a countertop with what appears to be a cigar in his mouth. You can't make this stuff up. Let's take a look at that.
Suck it in. Up with the arms. And then bend slowly to the side. Anyway, I feel very flexible today. I'm really proud of myself.
He's so amusing. He fooled us. So those weren't his legs after all. And the oddness.
Thank you, Tori.
Yeah, I know it's in the prompter. I'm like, we got it. It's not his legs. And the oddness doesn't end there. Here's another video Arnold posted of him riding a bike again around in the grass with his pet donkey, Lulu. And remember his miniature pony, of course, named Whiskey. And finally, let's take a look at what Sly has been doing to pass the time in quarantine. It appears he's a very talented artist. So check this out.
That if you guys don't paint, if you haven't tried drawing, I suggest you do. There's nothing that is more relaxing and tells a great deal about you. Lets out a lot of stress, and who knows, you may end up in a museum.
Okay, so I want to know, Al, what you think of older people like yourself doing TikTok. I'm kidding.
I am on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I actually love it because you can put music, you can edit your own videos and add music, so it's a lot of fun. It looks like they're having fun. It didn't look like the ponies knew that they were playing. It looked like they were being chased by a large, muscular man on a bike.
Hunted down.
Steph,
almost.
what did you think about that?
I'm all for everyone having TikTok, and you do you, like whatever makes you happy. And I do find Arnold Schwarzenegger considerably more funny than Anthony Hopkins. I just cringed watching him, and he was mumbling at the end, and I was like, what's going on there?
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was nominating Arnold until you explained it, because I couldn't understand him. I was like, what are you... There's certain times and places, and that was just shocking. Although I did like his artwork in the background.
I did too, and I like Sly's artwork, but I'm with you. I think Sir Anthony Hopkins, it looked a little like, you there? You okay?
I'm on the fence with Sly's artwork.
I kind of think it's rad.
All right, unless you're breakdancing in front of it, I don't know if that's
I think it looks like a Basquiat, not as good as a Basquiat, but it's cool graffiti art. I like it. I think it's mixed media. Good talk. Stephanie, we will see you later, and we will be right back.
Keep selling it, Tori.
It's good art.
In the last year,
Welcome back to DBL. People have been staying home more than ever during the pandemic, and you'd think that would be the perfect recipe for a what?
You'd think.
Baby boom.
Not so fast, my friend.
That is not sexy. On the contrary, couples are actually saying stress and anxiety are getting in the way. And when you're around them 24/7, absence isn't making the heart grow fonder.
I disagree, homeboy.
Well, earlier, Al and I talked to, thanks for your commentary, thanks, great. Earlier, Al and I talked to Hollywood sex therapist Emily Morse, and she said that now is the time to actually make intimacy a priority. So check it out in today's spicy DBL Spotlight. She is a certified doctor in human sexuality. You might know her from Dr. Drew's Love Line or her own podcast, Sex with Emily, right to the point. Welcome, Emily Morse, to Daily Blast Live. Thank you for being here.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Emily, you will find out very quickly we keep it 100% real here at DBL. And, you know, life is weird for everybody right now. No matter how weird it gets, people still don't want to talk about what's going on in the bedroom. So should people still make intimacy a priority?
Absolutely. Now more than ever, we have to prioritize intimacy. And remember, intimacy isn't just how we think it to be, like it's just about one act. It's actually about connection. You know, we always say that relationships are work, but if we don't have that, then we're really just roommates. And that's when resentment starts to build and problems occur.
Okay, a lot of couples have been stuck inside together. Oh God, this is me wearing nothing but sweatpants.
Which you are currently wearing.
Currently wearing.
Oh my goodness.
But feeling sexy can be a challenge, Doc. Do you have any ideas to spice it up? And maybe one of them is to take off the sweatpants.
Listen, one of my first things is we have to set the atmosphere. If we are in our homes, which we are right now, and there's piles of laundry in the bedroom, there's scraps of paper, there's the kids' stuff, there's technology, there is no way that we are going to be in the mood for getting it on. Think about the five senses. How do we make our environment friendly to that? So maybe you light a candle, you put on some really, nice sheets, you play your favorite playlist. You think about all the things that are going to anchor you in a moment of thinking about intimate time rather than, oh God, I didn't put the laundry away. Another thing is you really got to get creative right now. A lot of us had vacations that were canceled, and that is a bummer. But I'm here to say that we can recreate vacation sex at home.
Whoa.
Getting fancy sheets and putting some cocktails on a tray and bringing it into your room, creating a fake menu, role playing, someone's bringing in the food or someone's the wait staff. I mean, there are ways to get fun with it if you get out of your own way.
And they desperately need to keep their job.
Exactly.
It's a hard world out there now. They need that job.
But for other people, talking about this is awkward. So how do you talk to people that they're like, look, I understand what you're saying, Doc, but this is weird for me?
You have to prioritize intimacy. And I know that in my first tip is scheduling sex. Now, I know a lot of people are shuddering, saying that is the least sexy thing on the planet, Dr. Emily. I don't want to look at my to-do list and see, like, pick up the dry cleaning, pay my taxes, be intimate with my partner. Because we're like, that is not what we want. However, what's happening is since our days are blending into one, we don't remember when it's dinner or lunch or Tuesday or Friday. When we know that it's on the calendar, we're like, okay, Saturday night, 8 o'clock, you know that Saturday night, it's happening. It's non-negotiable. We can think of what can I do to set the atmosphere so it's actually going to be something that I'm looking forward to. And that's why I love the idea of just getting creative.
Tuesdays and Fridays sound good.
That's right. Tuesdays and Fridays, baby.
Yeah.
And if people want more of your advice, tell us where they can find you.
They can find me at sexwithemily.com. My podcast is Sex with Emily on all platforms, and I do a daily live advice show on Sirius XM Radio, Stars 109 in the evening.
Amazing tips, and I like the idea of trying to do a little role-playing vacation sex.
It's a big deal.
I like that.
It's a big deal.
Sir, do you come here often?
Exactly.
I love it.
You'd be amazed that so many people shudder at that. They're like, well, I'm just going to laugh. Well, once you get over the laugh, because, it can be awkward, you realize that you can actually suspend belief and actually kind of fall into the roles a lot easier than you think. And then all of a sudden, your partner is a waiter and not your husband that wasn't picking up the laundry.
I love it. Thank you so much, Dr.
We need you in studio as soon as all this madness is over.
Very
I would
true.
love it.
Good. We'll be
Thanks
right
for
back.
having me.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Time for new
Welcome back to DBL. Most of us are spending more time at home. So earlier, Stephanie showed us some awesome products and even better prices, like good prices, that'll make being home easier. Here's today's DBL Deal Blast presented by MorningSave.com. I can't wait to see what you have in your magic top hat to pull out of. What do you have, Steph?
So first of all, this is a quarantine essential for anyone that loves their TV and movies. It is the Bluestone Lazy Mount, easy viewing neck mount. So you just put it over your neck like this, and then you can watch all your movies and TV shows hands-free.
Brilliant.
Normally this is $20. Right now it's only $12, Tori. So you're saving 40%. This is the IQ Technology Cordless Butterfly TENS and EMS massager, and it uses the same technology and offers similar benefits as the treatments that you'd get by a doctor or a physical therapist. And there are 5 different modes and 10 different intensities, so you can pick whatever is comfortable for you. Normally these are $40, and right now they're only $19, which means you're saving 53%. This is the Nanette Lepore Mini Convertible Logo Backpack. The straps are adjustable, and it's not only got a drawstring but a magnet, so everything inside's really safe.
Love that.
Normally this is $88, but right now it's $29, which means you are saving 67% on a gorgeous bag. This is the final item I've got today that's going to really help you relax. It's the Pro Noir Silk Beauty Sleep Set, and we all need our beauty sleep right now, don't we? And it's hydraulic acid infused silky eye mask. You can have a lot of tension on your skin when you're asleep, and it means that you won't age as quickly, Tori. Now, these are normally $100, but right now they're $20, which means you are saving 80%.
Head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. You heard Steph. You can even visit morningsave.com on your smartphones. So I know, Steph, I was like, whoa, what is that? That's so weird to have that phone mount. And I was like, no one's going to use that. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to order that.
I didn't even bother. Steph, I was like, I'm using that, definitely.
What do you think?
Oh yeah, and that eye mask, honestly, it feels dreamy. I'm just saying.
And I like that there's hyaluronic acid, which took me like 3 years to learn how to say.
Yes, but you nailed it.
Yeah,
I know,
hyaluronic.
so fancy. Really good purchases whilst you're at home, seriously.
That's right.
It'll keep you very relaxed and feeling good.
We'll be seeing you same time, same place tomorrow. Thanks, Steph.